Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I have been gone for a minute, but it's my first day of class and I decided to film get ready with me, or like a tutorial or something. So first I'm going to start off with my daily facial moisturizer. It's by Cetaphil. It's this one, whatever. I'm so fucking tired. Like, I went to sleep so late, like holy shit. So after I put on my, so if I do my makeup like not in the right order or like out of order or something like that, like let me do my makeup the way, I do my makeup. So first we're gonna start off with the freaking eyebrows because y'all know how I be. So I'm gonna be using the Dip Brow Pomade by Anastasia in the shade medium brown. So I started posting a while ago, like last year, probably like in the summertime, and my videos were doing okay, and I don't know why, but I just stopped posting. And I am not gonna lie, people have messaged me or even talked to me in person and have been like, dude, you are so funny, like start your YouTube channel, like what are you doing, like like I can show you receipts. Like people be messaging me being like, dude, you should become a professional comedian, like why can't you, like you're so freaking funny. And I'm just like, and I am not trying to be cocky or nothing, but I be making myself laugh. Like if I'm smoking or something and I'm smoking by myself, I be making myself laugh, like what the fuck. Like I stay making my boyfriend laugh, like my family, they know I'm the funny one, like they know I'm the comedian of the family. Like my friends, like I have made my friends pee their pants in the past, like what the fuck. And honestly, like I've been slacking on this YouTube channel, but I'm back, I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere. It's a new year, new beginnings, and I hope that something comes from this, like I hope that I start like filming consistently and I get subscribers, some fans, maybe some people that I know, and you know dude, I better not take my time because I'm not trying to be late. What time is it? Alright. My goal is to be out of this house by like 8:50 or something, because at the same time, who are they to make me like, freaking rush and shit. I don't even know if I should do a story time like on the school, like fuck. Like I've attended before. It's not like my first day. It's my first day, but like I've had a first day before, but I stopped going. I stopped going because your girl was in a car accident with no other cars. I was driving home and out the fucking blue in my old blue Mazda. Oh, rest in peace. So I was driving home and I was on the phone with my mom and we were just talking about I don't even know what. And then like I just heard a whole bunch of cars honking at me and I was like, what the fuck? Like, am I going too slow? Like, what the fuck? And it was like a lot of cars. They were just dead ass honking. And I was like, can I help you? Like, what the fuck? And then dead ass, like out the blue, I was on the phone with my mom and I was like, yeah, like all these cars are honking. What the heck? Out of nowhere, the hood of my car catches on fire. Like the hood, like the whole entire thing. Like I have pictures and videos. Like I had to stop the car. Like I just stopped driving, and then out of nowhere, smoke started coming out from inside the car, and I was panicking. I did not know what the fuck to do, so I was still in the car. My mom, I was on the phone with her and she hung up and she ended up calling the police because like, what the heck did she do? Like, where was she at, So when she hung up, I like, didn't have anybody. Like, I wasn't talking to anybody. So I was freaking the fuck out. I was crying. I was in the car. Like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I was so scared. And then all of a sudden, like, this big black SUV comes like from out the cut and just like okay, I'm on Route 28, so it's like all the cars are going straight. There's like 4 lanes, and then I'm on the rightest lane, but like kind of to the side. And then this black SUV like from the 4th lane to your right, pulls up from out the cut and just like cuts like where I'm stopped at. And then it's some girl that comes out and oh yeah, it's this girl that comes out and she comes to the door and she opens it and she tells me to get out, like, because the car is gonna like blow up or something. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, oh my gosh, like I didn't know, you know, I was just chilling in the car like a fucking idiot. And then dude, okay, not to mention I had my $2,000 laptop in the trunk inside my backpack. I had a lot of other things like my college books in the trunk, like that matters. I had other things like clothes, like I had shit in my car, you know? So I went back to the car and I got my stuff. And then I kid you not, as I was walking away, like walking into the black SUV because the woman said to get in her car. And she wasn't creepy or anything, you know, she was dead ass trying to help me. And I got my stuff. I turned around and I started like running. Out of nowhere, I hear like this loud ass, it sounds like a crash. I turn around, my car blows up. Like, I'm talking about the windows, like, and like my car was just on fire. And then all I heard were sirens and freaking like the fire truck, like the isn't that a siren? Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? And then I heard ambulances, and then I don't even know how. In like less than, I'm not gonna say less than a minute, but like in like, you know, about a minute or so, just the police, the ambulance, a fire truck, and they're just like, you know, taking over the fire. And then I dead ass thought I was gonna have a heart attack. Like, I could not breathe. I was like freaking out. I was by myself dealing with all this, like, just scary experience for me to go through on my own. And then so yeah, then I went to the ambulance. They sat me down. They were checking like my vitals and stuff, and they told me I was fine. So I was, you know, like, thank God I was fine, you know. I could have got seriously hurt. And then my mom comes to the scene, and I just hear her like screaming because she sees the ambulances and she doesn't see me, so she doesn't know. And like the car's on fire. And then she comes into the ambulance and she's asking for me, and then like she looks in the back and she sees me, so she comes to me and I start crying, and it was just so scary. Like, it was the worst day. This happened last year in November. I think it was like November 10th, if I'm not wrong. It was just the worst thing to happen to me. And bro, what the fuck? Conceal underneath. I'm going to use this brush. It's just like flat-ended. And then I'm going to use the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline New York. I'm going to do this. Like, I want the world to not really know me, but I want to put myself out there in the YouTube community. I want to, you know, like, I'm gonna do a bunch of stuff. Like, you guys don't even know. Like, I was writing down a list the other day. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do some mukbangs because I'm into that shit. Like, Lexi Babe, Sauce Queen, shout out to y'all. Like, I'm really into mukbangs and stuff. I don't even care, like, if people think that's weird. Like, I don't give a fuck. Everybody's into their own things, and if I'm on YouTube, that's what I'm, you know, looking at. If I'm on Netflix, though, that's a different story. I'm watching The Walking Dead. Now that I put it on, y'all see, I'm just going to blend it out with this brush. It's kind of fluffy on the end. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I wanted to do some mukbangs, if that's how you say them. It could be like mukbang, but whatever. I'm gonna do some tutorials. I'm gonna do some get ready with me's, some vlogs. So I've always wanted to become a stand-up comedian, and people have told me to. Like, I will insert a screenshot. So no, if I didn't know how to, so I'm just like inserting there. honestly, it's a new year for new opportunities, and I'm just gonna do it. I don't care what anybody says. Alright, so after I do my eyebrows, I'm gonna do my foundation. So I'm gonna put on my primer by L'Oreal. It's called the Infallible Matte Lock. I was about to say Pro Lock, what the fuck. And I'm not gonna lie, I got this primer because Daisy Marquez was doing like a drugstore tutorial or something like that, and she used this primer and she recommended it, so I was like, alright, shorty. And then I have the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, the foundation. I actually have the Pro Glow and the I have the Pro Matte and Pro Glow. But I think the
Shut the fuck up, get your teeth straight.
I think this one is more like dewy. And in the winter, I don't really like to be dewy. So I'm gonna go with this one. I use this one mostly in the summer, so it might be a little bit dark, but honestly, these are the foundations we're gonna have to work with today.
Alright, so this is how I do my makeup. I just do the dots. I know everybody has a different technique.
Alright, so now that my foundation's on, put on my concealer. So I'm gonna use the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline. I don't even know what I'm gonna wear, but honestly, I don't care because it's just cold as fuck. So I'm just trying to be warm, but not too warm because I don't want to fall asleep. I don't get out. Class starts at 9 and it ends at 3 in the afternoon. So honestly, I do them more like normally under my eyes, but I also do this because I see other people doing it. But I don't know what the heck this does. For real, I don't know what this does. Hold on, what comes? Oh yeah. So up next, I'm using my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is the shit, like, this is the shit. I'm really excited for the spring. Super excited. We're in January, but winter's gonna be over real soon. Because that's just how it is, you know? I think I've talked about so many different topics within, like, oh shit, I don't even know I've been filming for that long. But I'm just trying to, like, be, like, I'm trying to, like, talk to the camera. I'm not trying to be some, like, YouTuber that, like, does her makeup and really doesn't talk. I just refer to myself as a YouTuber. But, like, no, like, we'll see. We'll see where this gets us, honestly. I don't want to talk too much into it. Because what if, like, you know, no one likes me and I don't get any views? And, yeah. Let me see. I'm putting on Beauty Behind the Madness because why not, you know? But we'll just see where this gets us. But I said us. Like, it's me and somebody else. We're going to see where this gets me. And, what this becomes. But I'm saying I hope this becomes something because I know I can make y'all laugh. And, like, the more comfortable I get with the camera, the more, like, the real me comes out. Not saying that I'm a fake or nothing, but, you know, I'm not, like, 100% comfortable yet. I will, though. So, I just bronzed up my face. Now I'm going to use the banana powder by Makeup Revolution. I'm going to use the back of the contour kit by ABH. And I'm going to use the Morphe sponge to bake my face. I used to use it as my freaking... Oh, that's what I forgot to do, huh? I forgot to bake my under eyes before I put on my bronzer. I knew I forgot to do something. I don't have time to do my eyeshadow. I really don't, so I'm not going to. Although I feel like I should do like a little shade of something. So while I'm waiting, I'm going to get my Milani Baked Bronzer. And I'm going to get something from my... I'm going to get this brush by Real Techniques. Like, okay. I'm just going to like go around. And there's like a little bit of a shimmer to this color. And I'm just going to put that on my my eyelid, like an eyeshadow. Just because like, if I'm not going to do my eyeshadow, I still want like a little shade there. So it's going to like kind of go with my bronzer. So not really like a natural look. But I forgot to freaking highlight my brow bone. I'm just not realizing that. Honestly, I want to play Players Club by Shoreline Mafia because that's where it's at. So I use this brush by Real Techniques. It's a big powdered angled brush. And then I use this one after by Real Techniques just to make sure it's like dusted off. So if this doesn't do the job, the other brush will for sure. So I'm just going to dust off my baking powder. Like just kind of like sweep it off. But if it doesn't come off like all the way, that's fine because that's what the second brush is for. Alright, so that's done. Just gonna snatch. For highlight, we're going to use none other than the Babe in Paradise by my shorty, Bremen Rock. As y'all can see, it's my favorite shade. Almost dropped it. I don't use the brush that comes with the palette, but I do use this brush by Sonia Kashuk. If that's correct, I don't know. And I use the shade Vacation and Mahu. He really did something with this palette, like. But I always use two highlighters, always. This is the first one. You can't really go wrong with this one. And then for the second shade, we're going to use Fenty Beauty Hustler Baby. I'm going to use a different brush for that one as well. This is the Real Techniques. This one. And then I just go over it because I'm telling you, you can never go wrong. My girl Riri out here saving lives and shit. Before I put on my mascara, I'm going to set my face with the Infallible Pro Spray and Set. So now I'm going to curl my eyelashes. Maybelline's Total Temptation. You guys can't even see. I feel so bad every time I go on the camera. Y'all can't even see. I mean, I go into the mirror. It gets like so freaking bright. I mean, I'll fix everything. Like, I'll probably even get like a specific camera because right now I'm filming on my phone. The camera's the iPhone 8 Plus Red. I don't know if that makes a difference or not. Alright. It's 8:55. Oh my gosh. Bro, class about to start in 5 minutes. So obviously that's a problem. But I'm gonna be a little bit late because
I don't give a fuck.
that's like a separate video. Like when I went, I'm just gonna show you my hair real quick. I'm kind of upset that like I don't have any cash on me and my car doesn't have any fucking money because my old ass job is being a bitch with I used to work at AutoZone and the manager was a fucking bitch and he was just so annoying and they're being so like petty with their money. They just don't want to give me my money like that I worked for. And I worked like in December and they still owe me like a paycheck from December and we're all the way in January. Like we're kind of already in the middle of January and they just haven't given it to me. And I've been calling and stuff and I was dead ass on the phone with my manager for like a brick, like probably 20 minutes, and he hung up on me and I was like, what the fuck? And I didn't call back because I was just like, y'all annoying, you know. And then they called me and they were like, oh yeah, I spoke to the store manager and he was like, you won't get your money until another 2 weeks when everybody else gets their next paycheck. And I was like, for when I worked in December last month. Like, what? That makes no fucking sense. And I just didn't really have time to argue, and I'm not one to argue, so I was just like, alright, whatever. Like, I'll get money by February then. So, I should honestly get going. So, alright, thank you guys so much for watching. This is the finished look.